Thank you. Hiya. Well, these things here, by the way, not security cameras. Keeping an eye on me, like. But they're a part of a production of a video, because the information that I'm going to present tonight will then have the opportunity of going literally around the world, so that more and more people can realize that maybe there's just a little bit of a difference between what we're told is going on in the world and what is actually going on in the world. So in a way, I'm not just saying good evening to the people of Cardigan and Wales, one of the most beautiful parts of the United Kingdom, I must say, coming down in the car today, but also to people on many other continents that will see this at some point. Some of them will be American, some Australian, some Arabs, some Jews, some black, some white. And yet all those terms, all those symbols of division, if you like, are really an illusion, because we're all each other. We're all part of the same consciousness, all aspects of the same whole that we see expressed in life forms all around the world. The divisions in this world are in our minds, they are our creation. And that's very relevant to what I'm talking about tonight, because it is these divisions, these dogmas, these I'm right, I've got all the answers, so you must be wrong. It's these attitudes played off against each other right across the world that fundamentally allow a few people to control the direction of the planet. Not everything that happens in the world, of course not, but its direction towards more and more centralization of power in the hands of fewer and fewer people. It was kind of interesting, you know, in the early 1990s when the top of my head blew off and I kind of was staggering around trying to make sense of what was happening to me, because suddenly I was seeing the world in a very different way, and I was seeing myself in a very different way. Some people call it a spiritual awakening. Notice spiritual awakening, not religious awakening. I'm going to have some t-shirts done, you know, God save us from religion. It's kind of funny, you know, you talk about spirituality, people think you're talking about religion. Often it's the opposite. Not always, but often. And religion for me is, in many cases, the opposite of spirituality. In my definition of religion, religion is the greatest form of mind control yet invented, and at its most extreme, psychological fascism. The manipulation of fear and guilt to control. Spirituality is the opposite of that. It is setting the spirit free, celebrating our uniqueness, because we're all aspects of the same whole, but we're all unique aspects of the same whole. And crucially, respecting everyone else's right to express their uniqueness, free from imposition of someone else's belief system, someone else's version of right and wrong, moral and immoral. All this is crucial to how a few control the world. Because we have become, yes, in many cases, terrorized into denying what we are unique. And once we do that, we become a herd mentality. And it is the herd mentality that is the vehicle for the manipulation of the world by a very few people. I'll give you an example of what I mean. Symbolic example. I was down south in England, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago now, and across this great area of, it was one of these Iron Age hill fort type things, but across it was this vast herd of sheep, hundreds of them. Never seen so many sheep in one place. And it's a nice day, you know, and I'm enjoying the day. And then the farmer arrives in his pickup truck, parks it, gets out of the truck, and I swear to you, I don't think he even moved an eyelid. stood there against a stick. One or two or three of the sheep immediately react to, it must have been his eyelids, I guess, I don't know, because they're going in the desired direction. Within minutes, it's like Exodus. Hundreds of them are following the one in front, you know. I haven't got mine of my own, we did this yesterday, so we do it tomorrow, I guess we'll do it today, and all that stuff. And the few stragglers, and there were remarkably few, who didn't immediately conform to what you might call that bar mentality, they were given the extra dose of fear with the sheepdog. Row, 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 row. All right, all right, all right, I'll go quietly. This combination of the bar and the fear rounded up this vast herd of sheep in a ridiculously short time. And I stood there and I thought, because I do from time to time, I'm looking at the human race here. This is how it's done. This is how a few can actually control the mass. Because you can't do it with tanks in